The
And
thing is, they're not even conspiracies. These are just weird things that happen that, like, as I was reading some of these, I was like, oh God, I forgot about that. Because we've had so much happen that
Yeah.
you just kind of forget week to week. And this is not going to be just SEC. This is across college football because I think we just need to see it in summary. So let's remember way back, way back.
Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo,
Let's go
diddle-doo.
back. Everybody remember Kansas State? You remember that? You remember the first game? Remember Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson's brother and father got into a fist fight in Dublin, Ireland in week 0 with each other?
I had
With
forgotten
each
about that.
other following their loss to Iowa State. That kicked us off, right? Internationally known. The two favorites for the Heisman Trophy and the two, that ended up being the top two finalists. Obviously, we know Fernando Mendoza won it, but the top two were a quarterback who was ranked number 140 at his position in the 247 Sports Composite in the class of 2022, and a quarterback who was unranked coming out of high school and who is in his sixth, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 season of college football at his third school. Obviously, Fernando Mendoza, and shockingly, only 5'9" Diego Pavia. So, college game day legend, we remember Lee Corso finally retired, but he went a perfect 6-0 with his final game picks. So he finally, put the mascot head down. That was a big thing this season. Penn State, the number 2 and number 4 teams in the preseason AP poll, which we know doesn't really matter, but whatever. AP poll into the regular season unranked. That was Penn State and Clemson. Oh yeah, Penn State fired James Franklin just after we started the season because it got bad. Woof. Duke lost 5 regular season games, and yet they played in the ACC title game. Don't worry, we'll come back to that.
They did.
The Sun Belt champion headed to the CFP. The Dukes of James Madison, in their 4th year in the FBS, can thank the Duke Blue Devils for their CFP attempt. We already know about Lane Kiffin and all of the hoopla around him. Notre Dame, which went 10-2 in the regular season, declined a bowl berth after being left out of the CFP. Texas is the first preseason number 1 team with 3+ regular season losses since USC went 7-6 in 2012. Chair of the CFP selection committee was replaced after 2 weeks. A Texas State trooper working the Texas A&M South Carolina game.
Oh gosh.
Almost fought a South Carolina wide receiver, Nick Harbor, and he was removed from the game and his assignment, which is wildly unprofessional.
Your job is to literally keep the players safe.
It's to de-escalate.
This was a bad look.
He escalated.
It was a really bad look. Incredibly
quickly, I
bad
might
look.
add. There are cameras everywhere, sir.
Yes.
And you have a body cam.
Right.
You hate to see it. The only more bizarre thing that happened at that game against South Carolina and Texas A&M is South Carolina, with the record of 3-6 and the losers of 4 straight games, jumped out to a 30-3 halftime lead over the undefeated Aggies. And yet they lost the game 31-30 in what was the biggest comeback in Texas A&M history.
Yeah.
Yep. Obviously,
And one of the best catches in an end zone by a wide receiver I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
In that A&M game.
Absolutely. Let's see what else we've got here. Louisiana's governor swore that LSU's next coach would not get a huge buyout. LSU's next coach got an even larger buyout. So that was fun. The whole Brian Kelly thing. That's also really, really fun. The nation's best linebacker, yes, I said linebacker, began his career as a quarterback At Virginia, that would be Texas Tech's Jacob Rodriguez, who just won this past season the Nagurski Trophy, awarded to the best defensive player in college football. Wow. That's just strange to me. Let's see. We had Diego Pavia, who was making bets with Theo Vaughn about going on a date with his mom.
And his post Heisman ceremony antics at the nightclub.
Oh my God, can we talk about it?
What are you doing, Diego?
Oh.
You had an opportunity.
Ooh, it's not a good look.
It's giving Johnny Manziel, and I don't care for it.
It's giving diet Johnny Manziel. It's gross.
Timu Johnny Manziel.
Timu Johnny Manziel. It's gross. Let's see. Oh, Lane Kiffin and a podcaster got into a public argument, which is no surprise, after the podcaster called him a hoe.
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
If the shoe fits, Lane. If the shoe fits.
We're not done yet, friends.
H-E-A-U-X.
We're not even done. Bill Belichick, who, yes, coaches in college football, went viral for attending an adult cheerleading competition to support his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. And yes, it's a co-ed adult cheerleading competition that no one gets paid for.
The ex-girlfriend, I think they broke up. I think I saw that the other day.
We thought they broke up, but then I saw some stuff that saying she was throwing a party for him during enshrinement weekend at the same time. I don't know. Things are messy.
Another thing, he also missed out on the first ballot of the Hall of Fame. The guy who's won more Super Bowls than anybody. They said, nah, you're gonna have to wait a couple ballots, Bill.
Because nobody in the hall wants Jordan Hudson at enshrinement weekend.
That's
nobody.
That's exactly what it is.
Well,
Jessi hit that right on the head.
I, for one, hope that they patch things up, because if there's anything that relationship has shown us, is that love knows no bounds.
Yeah. Also, just for a fun exploration, if you get bored this weekend, look up how much money colleges spend on balloons. Just look that up. Because she kept doing some balloon arches at his press conferences. And Texas, you spend a lot of money on balloons.
They got lots of money. They got that old money. They're fine.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Barstool Sports' Michigan superfan Dave Portnoy accused Ohio State of banning him from the Ohio Stadium in week 1, where he was supposed to make his debut on Fox's Big Noon Kickoff, except that didn't actually happen.
What a shame.
I know.
I'm disappointed.
The number 1 recruiting class, according to 247 Sports Composite, landed at a non-SEC school for the first time since 2008. And both of the top 2 classes were at a former Pac-12 school, USC and Oregon. 3 of the 4 Power 4 champions, Indiana, Texas Tech, and Duke, hadn't won a conference title in more than 30 years. One of those conference champions had to ban the tradition of tossing tortillas at kickoffs of home games because there was a change in the Big 12 policy, which stiffened the penalty for fines for throwing objects onto the field. Also, somehow Crumble Cookie entered into college football because Crumble Cookies, yes, BYU, their coach was getting courted, and the founder of Crumble Cookies is a BYU alum and threw some money at BYU so that he could stay. And then if you thought that was done, no, Crumble Cookies then sent cookies to the office of Virginia Tech, which, they were hoping to get BYU's coach to be like, sorry, here's some cookies, just as a really petty thing. And to top it all off, as if that wasn't enough weirdness, Michigan, threw on more. Had felony charges.
Oh, gosh.
And now, they're doing an internal investigation. That was the 2025 college football season.